Hey everyone, my name is Nathan Payne. Welcome to another episode of Blu Ocean Crypto. Today we're going to take a look at some gameplay from one of the recent play tests that we did at Blu Ocean Games Guild for Golden Tides, which is developed and created by Untitled Games. If you guys haven't checked out my introduction video on that, I highly recommend you do. This is really cool. It's like a MOBA meets Overwatch meets quests. Like they've merged a couple different genres of games in the MOBA format, and I'm just really excited to show you guys some gameplay, so let's jump right into it here. So just to kind of start it off, you can see I'm the dwarf character. This guy's more of like a tank gap closer, definitely my favorite. The right click has this shield, really cool for team play when it comes to that. Bob, by the way, absolute legend. He's probably one of the best healers I've ever seen in a MOBA. Pretty biased, of course, but he was just sticking with me the entire time. It worked great. Now, basically what the idea is, we're trying to find this treasure, and we need to bring it back to a very specific spot. Now, all the teams are fighting, and you can see I can even rotate the camera. Now, I do tend to keep it a little bit more fixed, maybe than a lot of other players. I found that to be helpful. Also, there's water fighting, which is really neat. Now, you do take damage slowly over time, and you can tell we're kind of going to figure that out here in a second, just like I did. So you can see there's this damage coming up consistently because you actually have a breath bar. And if the breath bar goes too low, you're going to get in trouble. And that's why I said I killed myself there. So here's another example. We've got a team of 3. I was just going over and taking a look at some of the teams. You can see there's lots of different teams. I mean, I think it's up to like 30 plus, even beyond, a few more than that, teams of 4. So it's really has that kind of Fortnite or Pub Mobile or even like Call of Duty sense where you've got all these different teams, they're all competing, except you're competing with questing, right? You're trying to complete these quests. So this was probably over like an hour and a half, 2 hours worth of footage that we clipped down and consolidated into some of the best aspects. I love the quality of the art here. It just looks so beautiful. It also has a really good feel when you're just running around in the game. Like it's very clean, it's very polished. And this is like pre-alpha, essentially. This is just for game guilds, internal testing, things like that. These guys have been developing for 2 years, and it's really impressive to see where the state of this game is. But like I said, they're just doing these kind of tight-knit, closed group play tests. I'm really excited for when they can get this out into the hands of everyone, because for how polished this is right now, it's really impressive. So you can see here, Nerd Love, he's got the treasure. We're essentially trying to protect him. I'm the tank, Bob's the support, Nerd Love's just trekking his way to it. You can see on the map on the bottom right, that little blue kind of wizard hat, that's essentially where we're trying to deliver the treasure. Now, of course, any team can come and try to intercept us and stop us and steal the treasure. So effectively right now, we're worried about completing this quest because obviously that's the goal right now. You can even see up at the top, 22 kills, 7 deaths, 6 treasures. We were absolutely crushing it in this match. It really does focus on team play. The only reason I did that good is because Bob was pretty much with me the entire time. So you can see there's a team kind of trying to press on us a bit here, but I'm just going to kind of go after them. I feel like they're weak enough that I can do it. I love that alt where I can just become massive. Honestly, I need to play more of the different classes, but I'm so impressed with the dwarf. I find a hard time even wanting to play anything else. And they did a really good job of creating the characters so that you feel attached to them, especially when they suit a certain play style that you're used to in League or Dota or other games like that. So there's also these, I don't want to call them minions, but little like turrets and things throughout the environment that can do damage to you. So you do want to try to destroy them or figure out how to properly time your dodges. So obviously they're not taking off too much damage. Here we felt it wasn't worth it. We just wanted to kill it. And now we're continuing along the bridge. So this is where we had to get it to. So you can see here, Team 1 has delivered the treasure to the Soulbinder. We're now up to 7 treasures. Now, what I want to get into is some more team fights. Show you guys some of this battling, but really it's about the treasure. That's the main focus. That's what we were focused on. You can see Bob there, had this teleport ability where he was able to just port us from one point to another. I love the shield. I feel like it's a good idea to always have that up. Now I will be doing future videos where I cover in-depth analysis. We go through all the characters. You guys can kind of learn all the nuances and differences. This one's really focused on the dwarf. So now we have to head towards the team, obviously. The wizard hat, you can tell on our map, is down on the bottom right. So really what we should do is probably try to get there and avoid this team. And that's exactly what we decided to go for. So we're just gonna head down, but look at the detail on the water in the game. I just think it's beautiful. They've done a really good job on this. And through the playtest, like generally, you know, you might do a 1 hour playtest session. We couldn't stop playing. I think we ended up sticking around for like 2.5 hours, even longer, just during this one playtest. And I'm really excited for the next one that we can do. They're also really quick at developing things. This is something I want to give kudos to the team on. You know, they'll make changes or updates based on feedback. Like, they're super open to feedback. They want people to critique the game. They're not worried about their feelings getting hurt. They want to know the good, the bad, and the ugly. And then they make all these adjustments based on what they feel is appropriate. And pretty quickly, they're getting new builds rolled out. So it's also really cool to see the development pipeline and just how quickly games or projects can run with changes or run with feedback. You know, is it going to take them a month to make a small change or a big change? Is it within a week they're getting a new build out? These guys seem to be doing a really good job at that. I feel like they've got a good pipeline. So here we go. A little bit more team battle action now. So you can see we got to stay with, I'm trying to stay within that heal radius because I want to get up, and now this guy is just absolutely toast. But in his defense, we really kind of teamed up on him there. So I was trying to see if I could get up over the rocks, realized pretty quickly, nope. So we're going to try to loop around here, group back up, and just converge on that guy down there. And actually, you can see on the right-hand side on the map again, there's this yellow circle. That means that the treasure is within that area. You just have to find it and dig it up. So me and Bob realized we're probably not in a good spot to fight the three of them there, so we should probably back up. Maybe get out of here, try to team up with someone else. There we go. Now we've got 3 members of our team. We've got our full team 4. It looks like we caught one of them off guard. I love the gap closing on the dwarf. And also the screen shake there. You can kind of see that. It almost has like this feedback to it. So I'm in a little bit of trouble here, but I'm just staying close to Bob. We should be able to pull through. I might die, but the team should be able to do okay. Oh, looks like I was able to pull through. That's good. Had to pull back and get some heals. Now I'm going to use my ultimate and just absolutely go ham. That's why I love the dwarf. You can turn the tide of the battle really quickly with him. But obviously the ultimate has, I believe, a 90-second cooldown, so you can't really be doing this non-stop. I love how that tunnel effect happened too, where it showed you visually where you were running through stuff. I know it's a small detail, but it's something that I really enjoy. But I mean, for pre-alpha or game testing, for just how polished the art and everything is in this game, it absolutely blew me away. This was really just kind of a teaser for you guys. You know, I'm sure once they get to actually allowing a lot more people in, we're going to make sure to invite lots of you guys from the community. We'd love to play with you guys. And as soon as we can get into some more playtests, we're definitely going to as well. I know they're working on another build right now, and as soon as we hear back on how that's going and when it's ready, we're going to be jumping right in, and I'm going to be sure to get you guys some more gameplay footage. Okay, as always, be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It really helps us out. Smash that like button so we can get this great game out to lots more people so that they can be aware of it. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Cheers.